Thank you everyone for joining us in today's panel's discussion. Today's topic is e-trading technology and how it is shaping our industry. Now, we all know that we are in a very fast-paced industry that is changing now more than ever very fast. And this is, of course, seen in the best way in the technology that is specifically built for e-trading. Now, in order to discuss this hot topic, we have assembled a panel of industry experts over here from high-profile companies in the space in order to share their insights and to have an open discussion. Now, firstly, I think it's good to have a quick round of introduction. I'll go first. So my name is Cristian. I'm the CEO of Centroid Solutions. I've spent my entire career in this industry, specifically on the trading technology side, and I have led a few companies offering technology solutions for brokers and financial institutions. At Centroid, we specialize in providing core engines and infrastructure for brokers, such as we offer a bridging and connectivity engine that is a liquidity aggregator and also helps connect different trading platforms to different trading venues. We also offer a risk management engine for brokers based on big data analytics and with advanced controls. And we also offer hosting and infrastructure solutions for brokers to run their setups optimally. Now, over to my fellow panelists. Maybe Ivan, you would like to start?
Hello, everyone. My name is Ivan Rojas. I've been in the industry for about 20 years. I've been on the retail side from FX brokers, technology, risk management, and most recently I joined Nelogica, a Brazilian company. We've been in business for 20 years. We have about 3 million active clients using our platform at the moment. We are the official platform of the Brazilian Stock Exchange, and currently 85% of the local futures market is executed in our platform. Nowadays, we're trying to expand with our platform outside of Brazil. This is why we're here. I'm happy to tell you more later, okay?
Hello, everybody. My name is Christoforos Theodoulou. I'm with MetaQuotes for more than 11 years. I'm heading the global business and the sales for the company. And for you that doesn't know MetaQuotes, we are a software development company. Our flagship product is the MetaTrader 5 trading platform that is being used by thousands of brokers globally, which is giving access to both retail and institutional clients into the markets. So in this panel today, we'll discuss some developments, the trends into the market, and among other things. Thank you for joining.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining this session. My name is Adán Hernández. I represent 360T as FX. In fact, my position is head trader for the North LatAm region, head of sales, for the North LatAm region. And our company provides solutions for both sides of the market, market takers and makers, different segments, corporates, institutional clients, local, regional, central banks, global banks. So we provide them all the solutions required to execute their FX transactions through an aggregator.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tarun Ajwani. I'm Senior Vice President at Alpaca Markets. My background, I spent over 20 years in exchanges and brokerages working across asset classes. At Alpaca, our vision is to open access to investing all over the world, to really give the ability to anyone and everyone to create a trading application. So with the theme of this panel today, we are here to talk about how our modern brokerage infrastructure is helping enable almost 100 trading apps in 100 trading apps in over 40 countries. We work with a wide range of clients, traditional fintechs who want to build the challenger to Robinhood in a country. We work with neobanks, CFD brokers, crypto exchanges, really anyone who is interested in opening access to investing, we want to talk to them.
Thank you, gentlemen. So let's dive right in then. I would like to start the discussion with the latest trends and developments. So, gentlemen, what are the latest trends that you are seeing in terms of trading platform, e-trading technology, but specifically in terms of trading platforms and also market access? So maybe Ivan, if you would like to get us started.
I think one of the key things that we need to do at the moment is to be very flexible and be able to act as soon as possible. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but no one here is under like 35. So at least when I started at the industry, I used to be young, believe it or not, but it was easy for me to identify with the crowd. Why? Because the main target crowd is between 22 and 33, 35. But nowadays, like we make the mistake believing like we still know the market or the client base, but we of course have left a target segment. So therefore, we're missing a lot of information. So on the training side, I think based on the overconsumption of data and like being on the phones and all times, things such as trying to provide two things: try to provide all the information that is necessary for the clients and keep their attention away from distractions. I think we all can identify. We are reading a work email and we get like a WhatsApp message and we forgot what we were doing, or even like a friend sends us like a TikTok or Instagram link, and all of a sudden our attention span is gone. So therefore, if we are able to control that, the focus of the client targets in the platform, for example, we provide news on the platform. We have like a connect chat on the platform. They can discuss at all times with other fellow traders, fellow academies, different signal providers, etc., etc. So I think in a way I don't think there's still room for improvement, but like recently we saw like an engagement time in Brazil on average of 5.7 hours a day. So I think, yes, we're going the right way. Yes, we need to keep our eyes open because it's always changing. But like we need to pay attention to the needs and how the younger generations are consuming that attention and information.
Very interesting. And we're going to have a few more questions on this actually later in the panel too. Great. So, Chris, would you like to?
Yes, in some parts, I tend to agree with Ivan that yes, there is new traders coming to the market, younger demographics as well. So yes, social trading and community-driven activities. Yes, it's something that it's definitely a trend that we see growing further in 2025. In that retrospect, from our side, we have our own MQL5 trading community, which is all about trading, about algo trading, about different trading strategies related with the MetaTrader 5. Now, from my end, some trends that I see in regards to the trading platforms and the market access, like you mentioned, Christian, I see a higher demand in cross-asset and cross-border market access. This means that I tend to see established brokers in the FX industry that they want to add more asset classes, not just traditional FX and CFDs, but they want to expand further than not just cash equities as in stocks, but they're exploring the possibility of adding futures, options, and other exchange traded instruments. And another trend that I see this year as well is both traders and the brokers are looking for ways for low latency optimization from the moment whether they start trading, whether it's just algo trading or high frequency trading, for an example. They understand that there is ways on how they can get better execution, how they can connect faster into the market and so on. And from our side, we are providing them with ready-made hosting solutions for this, the virtual private servers. And we do the same also for the brokerages to be able to facilitate this type of trading with our technologies, which we are working on very frequently on improving this type of functionalities.
Thank you. And regarding the market access, maybe Tarun, would you like to add something to this?
Yes, absolutely. I think the investors in the market are demanding access to Chris's point to multi-asset classes. And so we're seeing a growing trend, at least in the regions we work in, over 40 countries. I was in 20 of them last year, so I get to have the pleasure of sitting with these founders and builders that are creating these user journeys that are important, that have elements of social investing. The ability for investors to interact with the community is very key to them. They want to talk about their ideas, their trade ideas. In addition to that, they're looking to take control of their investing journey and have access to simple things like being able to buy fractionalized Google, which not everybody in, for example, Southeast Asia may be able to afford. And they're also looking for accessibility to trade foreign markets at all hours of the day. So we're seeing a big emergence of wanting access to 24 hours a day trading, 5 days a week, which everyone has become very assimilated within the crypto world. But overall, the theme we're seeing is that the one thing that remains constant is investors want access to U.S. equities, especially. That seems to be a big theme. They want the ability to fractionalize traditional assets and grow their own portfolios without traditional investment advisors or old school brokerages who traditionally open these services only to their very high net worth clients. So it's really, really opening that access to just every single person on the planet. That's very key. And the demands are growing with that. The transparency requirements are growing with that. Investors want to know where their money is held. And so that whole access piece has to be properly orchestrated across that user journey.
Absolutely, I agree with that. I can say that definitely there is a trend that we have seen also from our side with brokers and financial institutions always looking to provide a wider range of products to their customers, longer hours of trading, and so on. So this, of course, it's very important in order to keep clients engaged as well. However, it does come with a lot of complexity as well, right? So when it comes to e-trading technology and trading platforms, what technology can do to simplify basically this complexity of offering a multi-asset trading for the retail audience? So maybe Chris.
Yes. In that respect, the trading platform needs to be able to support multi-asset from one interface to be able to have access to all the financial instruments that the traders are looking for. For an example, now there is demand, for an example, into bonds, because before there was a huge demand about equities until recently. For an example, the US equities, Trump made a big volatility in the market with different decisions that were taken. So it needs to be a multi-asset trading platform supporting multiple markets, and to do that, it needs to support with the gateways and have ready-made connectivities to be able to facilitate to different exchanges or provide direct market access with the best conditions for the brokers to be able to facilitate through their trading technology for their traders to such assets. And when you enter that segment outside of the traditional FX and CFDs, then the matter comes in regards to market data. For this reason, the trading technology needs to be able to support fast and reliable and transparent market data from the exchanges. For an example, for Nasdaq exchange. From our side, we recently released a native connectivity solution that is able to facilitate market data from the Nasdaq exchange on all levels, including level 1 or level 2 with depth of market, or just delayed free market data, for an example. However, the brokers, to facilitate and to offer this to their traders, they need to have the relevant agreements and to be transparent about this offering. And now, when adding this into the mix, the market access, the direct market access, the connectivity with exchanges, with the liquidity providers, with the broker dealers, for an example, then you need to have the relevant routing system in place that can support smart order routing, and therefore to be able to support the best execution for your traders, whether it's based on market data aggregation and so more.
Yeah, I completely echo that. And actually, that has been an area where we at Centroid have put a lot of emphasis over the last years. There have been countless integrations that we had to do just in order to enable brokers to have such a multi-asset offering. So I know exactly what you mean. Now, Tarun, you've already touched upon this, but would you like to add something more to this?
Yes, I would say like the history is traditional brokerage stacks were built 20, 30, 40 years ago. And that's the challenge we're all trying to overcome on the panel here. And what I'm seeing is a big movement towards the challengers, API-based solutions, modern tech stacks that are cloud-based, that are displacing the old book of records, accounting systems underneath the very deep layer of the unsexy business that most technology companies don't want to challenge that. And it's not attractive for an engineer to build a new ledger system that supports ultimately what we're doing, the work here to make that ease of access possible. But there's a big movement now, and with all the new technology that's trending and the demands of the e-trading platforms, we're creating solution sets that allow you to access traditional markets that would take you 10, 20, 30 years to build into or have the right relationships, contacts, and spend and exhaust a lot of money. And with that is coming lots of cost savings. Because technology is becoming modernized, we're seeing that the unit costs to provide trading, which really the fees are always a race to the bottom. Users demand more transparency, lower fees. In order to do that, we need to build better, more agile technology that can add products quickly, integrate amongst us on the panel here to really, really grow that space out.
Correct. Does anyone want to add anything before we move on? Okay. So now I would like to then turn our attention to mobile trading, which is something that has become more and more important nowadays, with brokers actually starting to follow a mobile-first approach in quite a lot of the aspects that they are, trading aspects and services that they're providing. So when it comes to mobile trading, what role does it play for brokers to expand into global markets? Ivan, would you like to take this?
Yes, I think in the previous questions we talked a lot about the institutional point of view of how to build a platform, how we prefer to deal with the institutional players, hedge funds, much nicer some of the times.
Yes.
But I think oftentimes we tend to make the mistake of ignoring that the vast majority or the bread and butter of the industry are the retail traders. That's why actually we never recommend trading on the mobile platform, but it's a reality. Therefore, we need to always be up to date with the trends. Going back to question one, be able to service different types. Even within the retail traders, we have different categories. So there's the basic platform, like I only have two bottoms, buy and sell for very, very new people. There's also a intermediate and advanced platform. So I think probably we need to be smart, and coming from retail projects, I always tend to care deeper for servicing the clients. I think you provide them a good service, and then they're going to be your best marketing experience. Yes, if I get 3 institutional clients, I'll be very happy. But from my experience, if you lose 1 or 2, you're in deep trouble. So that's why I like to keep oftentimes, well, when I used to be on the retail side, I used to like to keep a very balanced mix of retail traders, maybe 60%-ish, and then balance that with institutional. So I think it's something that like we all start focusing more, allocate resources for the vast majority of the clients. And going back to what I mentioned initially, we tend to make the mistake of thinking that they are as old as we are, but like we need to keep up with the upcoming changes that they need, and what they want and what they need, and what even take it a step further, what they think they're going to need. Like be creative and curious about it.
Thank you. Chris, would you like to add to this?
Yes, in regarding to mobile trading, how's helping brokers to expand into other regions? I think that the mobile apps are helping brokers into make their solution more localized, and to also to adapt into younger demographics, because there is many countries that they are mobile first. I mean, they wouldn't touch either a desktop application in their life for these purposes.
Especially the younger generation, of course.
Yes, yes, the younger generation, as you say. So from our side, what we did, we made the MetaTrader 5 mobile application to be able to help the trader to fulfill the whole journey from the point of downloading the application, registering an account, doing the KYC, opening the account, depositing into their trading account, start trading, and they are able to customize it, to customize which financial instruments, which conditions, which payment methods are allowed in each country to be accepted, what type of documentation is required, what regulatory requirements are needed to be able to open that account and to fulfill that application questionnaire to be able to start trading. And another thing that is available in the mobile app, which is something that we touched again in the first question, is the community. You have access to the community from the mobile app, which is important, as well into a chat system to chat with other traders and other peers of your trading circle, for an example. And most importantly, you have push notifications where the brokers are able to interact with their traders in real time, where push notifications are only available on mobile apps. So this solution is helping brokers to offer a localized type of approach.
I agree.
My view. Yeah.
I think it's also the case that via mobile, like we said, there are the younger generations or the not so experienced generations that are actually able to still participate just from the mobile app. And of course, with the rise of social trading, they don't need to do all the analysis and so on that you would require a desktop or a web front end. You just follow someone directly as a signal, and then you're still participating in trading, right? Good. Tarun, would you like to add something to this, please?
Yes, I'd like to add it. I would say that what's changed significantly in the market to further expand on what I've been saying is the localization is quite important. And the first entry point for most fintechs or even traditional brokerages now is to launch a mobile first journey with the customer. That's where they get the adoption because of simple things like ease of boarding, the ability to fund instantly. That is what keeps a customer on the platform and engaged. So the mobile app journey is such a critical part of building out your go-to-market as you go to specific countries. You need to be localized to the language, to plugged into social networks. Some countries may support TikTok for trading, and some countries may use Instagram. And we constantly see how this is evolving, where the end customer, the retail investor, wants to have everything at their fingertips. That's where you spend most of your day. And so having that mobile journey is so important. I noticed that especially with some of our older clients, even in brokerage or in banking, who have strong desktop platforms, they're now moving towards a mobile-friendly application to push further adoption, to have the visitors returning, because people are spending less and less time on their desktop and more on their mobile devices at their fingertips. But it's become table stakes. Having that mobile app is key to entering any market.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would like to add something. He mentioned about TikTok, and some countries are planning to ban TikTok.
That's true. And in some countries, they're embracing it. It's the main medium. And then you have Instagram. So you have to adopt the model to the specific country you go to.
Yeah, I totally agree.
There are always different alternatives, though, to TikTok. There are other platforms. I don't know them. I'm not below 35, 36 now, so very old.
I actually, I think not so long ago I saw like some data that more than 50% of the retail traders they're never installed the desktop app. Like all of them are on the trading app, and actually going back, I think all the brokers should like invest a lot more, because it's so hard like to from the Facebook ads campaign to get the client to click on the landing page, to get the client to sign up on the questionnaire, and then to finally try to submit the application. And having done all that work, that big funnel, and taking the client to the online application and mobile app, and then having the mobile app like not working the way it should, I think it's a big headache, and it's something that is not explored hard enough from the marketing department, sales teams, to do a better work on that transition from the clients. Many more things should be done on that specific way to onboard the clients.
I agree. Well, now, of course, it wouldn't be a technology panel if we don't talk about the buzzwords, AI, machine learning, and so on. There have been so many initiatives that are starting to touch upon every aspect of trading, really. But what I would like to discuss today is what is the role of AI and machine learning in actually increasing the trading activity on platforms? So, who would like to take this on?
If you don't mind, I can start with this. So AI is a very big buzzword. I mean, it's everyone uses this in a way, whether it's they want to write a letter, an email, or an advertising campaign or something. But because it's such a powerful technology, it can be used about anything. The same applies for trading. In very simple terms, in the most simple form, you can ask ChatGPT or DeepSeek, for an example, to create for you an algo on the programming language that you want it to be done. It's going to generate you the code, and then you can apply that code within a trading platform, and you can have an actual algo created where you can backtest, you can optimize, and you can run this. So it's something that we're experiencing now, and we see that it's active into the market, and the traders are using it. So I think the next step would be to have it embedded inside the trading platforms themselves within the terminal to be able to run such operations. Now, in terms of machine learning, if you think about it, AI is depending on machine learning to operate. So again, machine learning is something that is already around for quite some time. It's the backbone of AI, and it's already used in trading. In high-frequency trading, it's already used, whether it's about developing an algo. Not just a simple rule-based algo that says if this happens, then do that, then open position, close position, stop loss, take profit, and these things. But actually, with machine learning, you can put a lot of variables and have a vast number of data, and to train the algo the way that you want it to be done. And in our infrastructure, in our programming language, the MQL5, machine learning is being used already by traders for a number of years. And we see that is even further growing, especially now that AI is becoming mainstream. So by embedding these technologies is definitely increasing the trading volumes and accommodates the high-frequency trading capabilities.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think when it comes to, let's say, AI, which is machine learning 2.0, if we can say so, the main thing is that it just makes access to this vast amount of data, which is available everywhere online, much faster, where you can digest it and you can get more maybe actionable insights. So this only would indeed get to more trading activities, right? Ivan, you wanted to add something?
Yes, on the same topic, I love AI, I love machine learning, but I think as anything, the name has been like a misuse oftentimes. Not everything that people are calling AI is AI. I think probably one of the industries that can benefit the most from this AI technology is trading, and just because of the huge amounts of data that can be done. But yes, incorporate those type of technology in the platform, but at the same time do a lot of education to the clients, because from what I've seen, in most cases they're just using a ChatGPT as a Google search, which we need to try to actually, for our own benefit, to increment those trading volumes, teach them how to get the most out of it, and not just let them on the basic stuff, how to improve your email or how to code this into Python. I think those are very basic things that we can do. Well, basic today, probably something that seemed very far away a couple of years ago, but I think the potential is much more. So probably what I want to say is I encourage people to go a step further, do a lot of education from my experience. I worked very closely with the clients in the past, and they had the time and the resources to go this step further. So I think it's worth investing in the clients and educating to try to get the most out of them and therefore best for us.
Of course, I agree. So, leading on from this, actually, client engagement is very, very important. So, in order to foster, let's say, longer term and more meaningful relationships with the traders. So, when it comes to trading technology, what are the advantages and the advancements that can basically improve customer experience and engagement for brokers? Maybe Adán, would you like to share some insight?
Yeah, I just want to complement also the use of AI, that I can see and recognize two main aspects: that AI is accelerating processes and also reducing processes. So, complementing what one of my colleagues mentioned, nowadays it is so easy to create your own bot, and so that way you are also increasing the volume traded. So that is amazing. On the other perspective, regarding the question you pointed out, well, the same thing. As long as you have enough technology and have access, on our end, what we are doing to do the onboarding process easier is to make everything digital. So the whole onboarding process on our end is digital, and I can see in the forex market it's even faster. You can complete the whole thing in 2 minutes from opening your account, and 2 minutes later you are trading.
Even funding, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So I think there is a lot of room to improve in terms of accelerating the payments and so on. But it is so achievable to get your own trading account for everybody. Now you don't need to be an expert, so you can complement your own experience with the use of AI to have a great experience. I would say it's also risky. This market is in the end a risky market, but you need to be sure and bear in mind that we have also all the tools available for a dummy trader to start this path, from analytics to all the tools that could take care of your, let's say, to handle your risk in a better way, I would say.
Right. Chris, would you like to add something about improving customer experience and functionality?
Okay, so your question, if I understand, is about how brokers can build trust and transparency with their traders. So, in that retrospect, the brokers, to be able to do that, they need to offer the best execution to their traders, and by doing so is not just a regulatory requirement standard which they need to follow anyway, but they need to report it. They need to show the actual data to their traders, how it was executed.
The trade.
Yes. Without any delays, without additional steps that shouldn't be there, and so on. And another thing is to be able to report this to their clients, and technology trading platforms are offering already this to their clients, and they can have custom reports But what we did from our end as MetaQuotes in the MetaTrader 5, we have embedded additional dashboards showing the reports and the performance of their traders and their portfolio, how they're performing, and so on, giving them more transparency that is coming directly from the trading technology that the brokers are offering to them.
Right. So basically, by having more information within the trading platform, the broker does not show as if they're trying to hide anything. They're being fully transparent, fully open with their customers, and this can promote more, let's say, trust relationship. Understood. Ivan, would you like to add something?
Sure. Probably to refer to most brokers nowadays compared to when I started, like execution is much better. I remember 2006 when I joined, like every NFP, the platform will go down. It was so we used to get ready and pick up the phones to log in all the audits. Nowadays it's very strange for these things to happen. Unfortunately for clients, even for brokers offering the best execution, when there's a slippage. And from my experience facing the clients, that's when oftentimes the issues comes to them. They see it as there's no transparency because the trade didn't get executed. They think the broker is trying to do shady things, but unfortunately is market reality. I think there's nothing we can do about those slippages when the market conditions are like that. But what we can do is get back to the clients as fast as possible. So since this is of course we're talking about technology, I think there should be something like a faster way or immediate way for clients to get an answer through the platform, ideally. Or like I think for me it's annoying that they have to pick up the phone or like open a WhatsApp. Ideally, it should be through the same environment that they get an access or like a response, even if it's an automatic response. Your audit has been logged. We'll get back to you as soon as possible or within 24 to 48 hours. So I think that's like probably like a short-term solution. And like I think we're lucky that these things are not as common as before, but still it's the main distrust generator in between clients and brokers.
Right. I agree. Adán, would you like to add something?
Just to point out that it's different. While for brokers, mostly the traders, and also for in the real segment, just best execution. In order to prove it and to have it, you need to implement aggregators. So it is impossible, even if you are using single dealers and trading on those, it is impossible to prove best execution. So that's why you need to implement aggregators, the space where I am. While for other traders, probably for retail traders, speed execution is even I consider it's more demanded, more crucial.
Understood. Well, I see we're almost out of time. We have one more minute. So maybe we can take some questions from the audience if someone wants to ask something. Don't be shy. Well, it means that everything was very clear, I guess. So then I guess we can stop here. I'd like to thank my fellow panelist members for sharing the insights and having such an open discussion. And of course, everyone for tuning in at this late hour still to listen to what we had to say. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.